Alright, so I finally have my hands on the iPhone 17 Pro Max in this beautiful cosmic orange color, which I must say is looking very good. Now personally, orange is my favorite color, so I believe this is the iPhone that I'm going to keep this year, but I'll be sure in the next couple of days once I go to the Apple Store and take a look at the deep blue color as well. In the meantime, if you are looking for some budget-friendly, clear and Magsafe compatible cases, I have just the video for you. If you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you probably know that my picks are always Ringke, Spigen, JETech and ESR. And if you're not a long-time viewer, you should be subscribing right now because I want to hit 20,000 subscribers this year. Now in terms of pricing, Spigen and Ringke have slowly crept up over the $20 mark here in Canada, while ESR and JETech are still under that $20 mark. Now sucks for Spigen and Ringke, but maybe it's time to consider some other budget-friendly cases in the future. Now I also have my MacBook right in front of me where I have a list of features we'll go through for each of these cases so I don't miss anything important, because in the past some viewers have complained about me not making good case videos. Now with that out of the way, let's take a look at all of these cases. Okay, so the first case we are taking a look at is from Ringke, which I love. Now I'm currently using it on my iPhone 16 Pro Max as well in a frosted finish, and I love this case. Taking a look at the case for the 17 Pro Max, it is flexible as expected. Looking at the fit, it does seem to be snug, not that snug but still good enough. And now taking a look at the back of the case, as you can see, it is a clear case and not frosted. I couldn't get the frosted finish here in Canada. Maybe I'll try again, but for now this will do. Now the Apple logo is also in that weird spot as expected, but that isn't a huge bother for me because the Apple logo is barely visible as is, so that's probably fine. Now the next thing we'll take a look at is the display protection, and like I mentioned countless times, I love the fact that the Ringke cases are raised at the bottom and the top only, and the sides seem to be flush with the phone, especially when you are using a screen protector, so that is really good. And the display will be well protected even if you put the phone facing down. The other thing we'll take a look at is the camera protection. Now this thing I don't like, the fact that the camera cutouts are just for the rings and the flash and the LiDAR sensor, and the rest of the plateau is covered with the plastic casing as well. I would have liked it to be naked so you could feel the aluminum, like the cool touch of the aluminum, but it is what it is with this case. That's one of the reasons I don't like this case right now, but we'll see how the other cases perform. Looking at the cutout at the bottom, it is precise, and the same goes for the camera control as well. And the camera control also works as intended, so that is good. Now looking at the volume controls or the button clickiness, the buttons are also clicky. The same goes for the action button and the power button as well, so that is overall really good. Now the next thing we'll do is take a look at the Magsafe test. So the phone does charge, that's good. And so the Magsafe strength is actually really bad. That is not what I expected. Okay, that's actually really bad. So it's worse than the iPhone 17 and iPhone Air cases from Ringke. I don't know what's happening. Let me try the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now that is actually better than the iPhone 17, as you can see, but I don't really know why that is. That means Ringke is probably a case I would not recommend based on this. Now removing the case isn't that tough, so at least that's good. But with the Magsafe strength being that bad, I will not be recommending this case to anyone. Okay, so the next case we are taking a look at is from ESR, which is the ESR Air Armor. Now taking a look at the flexibility, it is flexible as expected. And the fit around the phone seems snug as well. Not as snug as I would like, but still decent enough. Now the back of the case is glossy, clear, and that way it is going to leave fingerprints, which is something that I don't like, but I could not find the frosted finish from ESR on Amazon Canada. Now taking a look at the Apple logo, it is once again at the weird place, which will be the case with all these cases as well. Now looking at the display protection, as you can see, it is only protected at the corners of the phone. It is raised just as the corners of the phone. And I also have a screen protector on, so maybe that's also a reason it doesn't seem that high, but still it is decent enough. Now, next thing we'll take a look at is the camera cutout, which is the same as Ringke. So the individual lens has the cutout and the rest of the plastic is covering the plateau as well, which I don't really like. Now here's a side angle of the camera protection and it seems good enough. Now looking at the cutouts at the bottom, they are also very precise, and the same goes for the camera control. It has a button, so we'll see how it performs. So the clickiness is there, and let's see if I can swipe through the other things, and it is actually giving me a alright. So it's not that good in terms of swiping. As you can see, I'm having a hard time going to the different features of the camera control, or maybe I'm getting the hang of it now, but even then it is not that intuitive. So that is a negative point for ESR. Now the next thing we'll take a look at is button clickiness, and the volume up and down buttons are pretty clicky. The same goes for the action button and the power button as well. The next thing is the Magsafe control, so let's take a look. The phone is charging, voila, and the magnet seems pretty strong. So it's very strong compared to the Ringke, which was very weak and disappointing. So that's good. Now the only thing I hate about this case is this camera control button, which isn't working that well. As you saw initially, I was having a hard time swiping or going between different settings, and that is one of the reasons I probably wouldn't recommend this case as well. So neither the Ringke nor the ESR have impressed me so far. Let's take a look at the next case, which is from JETech. Alright, so the next case we are taking a look at is from JETech, which is one of the most budget-friendly cases on the list. Now I did get it in the frosted black finish because I thought it would pair really well with the cosmic orange. Also, as you can see, I'm loving this camera cutout as well, unlike the other two which had plastic on the back. Now taking a look at flexibility, it does seem flexible. Let's take a look at the fit. It does fit pretty snugly around the phone, and that is how the back looks. Oh my god, it looks beautiful. Yeah. Oh yeah, it certainly looks really good. Now it is frosted black. The Apple logo is in that weird position, which I don't really care about. But as you can see the cosmic orange color of the plateau, and you can also touch it, so that's good. There's no plastic here, so it's not going to feel cheap. And then this frosted black is pairing really nicely with this cosmic orange color. Taking a look at the display protection, it does seem to be protected. Even with the screen protector, we have a very minor raised case around the screen protector, so that is also good. Now the next thing, as we've already taken a look at, is the camera cutout, which is around the plateau without the plastic, and is also raised enough to give the camera protection, and I believe it also won't rock on the table, so that is also really good. Taking a look at the bottom cutouts, they are also very precise, and then for the camera control, we actually have a cutout, so hopefully it performs better than ESR. Let's take a look. Yes, as you can see, I'm able to go to different menus and also swipe quite easily, so that is really good. So yeah, it works perfectly. Looking at the button clickiness, the buttons are quite clicky, so is the action button, and so is the power button as well. So overall, a solid case so far. Taking a look at the Magsafe magnet strength, the phone is charging, and the magnets seem plenty strong, just like ESR, so that is also a great positive. Overall, this is probably the case I would recommend. We still have the Spigen to look at, but so far I'm like 99% sure I am going to keep this case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now let's take a look at the next case, which is Spigen. Alright, so the next case on the list is Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Now this case is flexible, and let's see how it fits around the phone. Fits really well, really snug, so that's good. And then taking a look at the back, it is actually a frosted finish, and I think it pairs nicely with the phone as well. The Apple logo once again is in that weird place, but this case won't have any fingerprints or won't hold any fingerprints because of this frosted back. Taking a look at the display protection, I do have a screen protector on, but even then there seems to be a very minor raised casing around the display, so that's actually not bad. It isn't as much as I would have expected, but I think it's still kind of decent. Now the camera cutout is like ESR and Ringke, which I don't like. It has this plastic all around the plateau. I don't like that, but it is raised enough to give the cameras protection. I think JETech will probably win this one, but we'll take a look at the other things as well. Now taking a look at the cutouts at the bottom, they are precise as expected. And then the camera cutout is not actually a cutout, but just like a very thin plasticky cutout thing. So let's take a look at how it performs. Hopefully it does better than the ESR. And I think it's the, oh no. Yeah, it seems to be doing okay. Actually not that good. So it's same as the ESR. It's not doing that good when I'm trying to swipe between different settings, so that is a negative point for the Spigen. Taking a look at the volume up and down, they're plenty clicky. So is the action button, and so is the volume button. The other thing left to do is the magnet strength of the Magsafe charger. So it does charge the phone, as you can see, and the magnets seem not that strong or strong. Yeah, they're pretty good. Not as strong as the ESR or JETech, but still seems strong enough, and probably stronger than the Ringke as expected. So that's the Spigen case for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Now the only thing left to do is weigh all the cases and see which one is the lightest and which one is the heaviest. So let's get on with it. Okay, so now that we have taken a look at all of these cases, it's time to weigh them. So the first one is Ringke, which is 36 grams, ESR, which is 38 grams, JETech, which is the lightest at 35 grams, and then Spigen, which is the heaviest at 40 grams. So my personal favorite is going to be JETech for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I think it looks great in this cosmic orange and frosted black finish for sure. So I'm keeping this. The Ringke one, I did not like the magnetic strength of the Magsafe. As you saw, it was very weak, so not recommending that one. And then Spigen and ESR had that issue with the camera control not working as well as intended. So JETech it is. That's it for this video, folks. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment down below which case you like. Subscribe, and I will catch you all very soon in the next one.